Good morning and welcome once again to the 52nd Annual Long Island Regatta, coming to you live from Salt Pond. We're sitting on the beautiful south side of Long Island looking out to the southwest to a beautiful flat ocean today. We've got good breeze. It's about 8 knots right now out of the northeast. We have a line of boats off Indian Hole Key, 19 C-Class ready to go, along with, I believe, 8 G-Class. Those are the smaller boats that will be raced by the juniors today. And we're looking for about 5 races today. We're going to have another C-Class after this, and then we're back into B and A as well. So sit down, pull up a chair, get your screen all wired up, and get ready to hear and listen to some really, really great racing. We're going to try to get you right out into the action. We have a great team. We're working with the movie group here. We've got great cameramen for you. Going to get you some good angles out there. So sit back, watch, enjoy. Give us a shout if you can. Let us know that you're joining us. You can watch us on Facebook today, facebook.com, National Family Island Regatta 2019. Join us. We'd love to have you on board. Let me introduce you to my partners up here this morning. With me calling the race is going to be Cliff, Uncle Cliff from Gray's, Long Island. And he's going to be the color guy with me. We're going to be talking about all sorts of things. I can ask him anything, and I'll probably get a good answer. So, Cliff, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And right next to Cliff is the big man, Raph Cartwright. He's going to be keeping you up to date on what's happening on the ground. And also, he's the man that knows so much about the boats and the races out here. We're going to be going to Raffy every now and then. And over in the corner, we get Larry Cartwright. I'll tell you a little bit later. He's a big man doing a big job today. And so he's a statistician. He's a numbers man. Okay? And I don't mean that as you Nassau think, okay? He's a statistician. Okay, so here we are, guys. Good-looking day out on the water. Cliff, what do you think? What are we looking for?
Oh, we're looking for a good start. I think that the race should start very shortly. And we have a good breeze, a steady breeze that comes from from the east at this particular point. And I think that the race should be extremely interesting because all of the boats have their wedding gowns on today.
Well, we're going to see if there's going to be a wedding or a divorce. Something's going to happen out here today. Let me run down the line for you. Out there we have Xena, which is sail number 90, Surprise 11, Termite 43. I'll give you the name and then the number on the sail. By Gully 125. They did very well yesterday. Low Reg 17, Buzzy Roll, Sacrifice C1. That's Colin Cartwright. Billy Legal 55, Mr. Knowles, Mark Knowles, Irene Goodnight, Dave Wallace, Woody K. Let me just run the names now. Woody K. It Ain't Right, Lady Di, Legal Weapon, Lady Eunice, H2O, Jacob Ladder, Sweet Allen Gal, Barbarian 2, King of Knights, and Uncle John, and they should all be on the line and pretty much all ready to go. You'll see some small sails buzzing around out there. Those are going to be the G-Class boats, and they are being sailed by the juniors. Just tell you who's out there in G-Class, the boat names, and then the captain. I'll just give you initials. The Doctor, G. Cartwright, Jackeel, or Jackalee, C. Miller, Mary Rose, I. Fox, The Gem, L. Knowles, Sunfish, B. Cartwright, Blue Runner, I think that is, C. Cartwright, Abaco Laser, A. Cook, Abaco Sunfish, C. Love, Scalawag, C. Fox, Vitamin C, P. Cartwright, Catch Me If You Can, B. Knowles or D. Knowles, and Little Abaco, M. Kepke. And so that's the 2 classes that we have out on the water today. They're all anchored up off Indian Point. Of course, is the same as yesterday. We're going to come off of Indian Hole Key in here to a windward marker that's just off. Give me the name of that key, Raph.
That's Eva's Key.
Okay, Eva's Key, right off Eva's Key. And then we'll come down along the shoreline to a short reach mark that's right in front of the dock, and then back out. And I think it's going to be 2 laps. That's what we're looking at today. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome wherever you're listening to us around the world, across the Bahamas. We are in Salt Pond, Long Island, which is about halfway down the island. Is that right, guys?
Yes, I would say so.
But halfway down the island on the south side. Beautiful harbor. 2 harbors actually next to each other. We have Salt Pond Harbor, and then to the north of that, we have Thompson's Bay, which is one that I know a little bit better. And the headland out there is called Indian Hole Key. That's what we're set up to do. We're just waiting for the gun now, and any minute we should get that. We're trying to do this race, then we're going to take a break. We have some meetings, and then back on the water again for a second C class, and then we're into B and A this afternoon, or A and B, however that's going to fall. Winds are scheduled to be steady this morning, but falling later on today. Looking at the skies, I'm going to say that we've got some clouds, and we expect some changes, some wind shifts.
Yes, it would appear as though that to our left, that it would appear as though that you might have some, say, summer squalls coming in around about midday, and I think that the wind probably would die out at that particular event, and then after that is passed on, I think the breeze would go back to where it came from. It would be the east, I would say, about 8 knots. Oh, I think we have started now.
So we've got to start. Sails are going up. And we already have a little problem here with termite in one other boat. But the sails are up. Remember now, we start from an anchored position. We pull on the anchors, and then all of the boats, with the exception of one, go off on a starboard tack, which will be coming towards the mainland. The boat on the far end will be able to go on port. She can go. She has a decision. She can go port or starboard. This morning, she's gone on a port tack. Woody K is tied up, and watch it come out of there. This is a specialty of Stephen Knowles. Watch it come out. Trying to get out. Who's out? Anybody? Lady Eunice, I believe, is out. Barbarian is out. Termite is hooked up. That white boat coming out there, I think, is H2O.
That's from Black Point.
We've got quite a bit of problems on the start, ladies and gentlemen. We have a number of boats. Sails are down. Whitty K's sail, 44 sail, is down. We have Whitty K is back up. King and Knights coming across her. Iron Good Night in the middle of that. Really bad start today. Termite is out. By Gully is out. Yep. Termite over there going to the left and sailing hard. And believe it or not, guys, there's a lot of wind out there on that course. Look at them. I don't think a lot of people expected this breeze, so it's going to be interesting. Looking for Zena. Anybody got Zena? No.
As long as you have 2 laps, error will take place in the starting gun, but eventually the best will come out on top. So relaxation and knowing what to do and how to do it, and they'll come out. You don't have to give that too much thought.
I want you to watch Termite sail. The young Delano Bow, I believe, is on the helm. He was yesterday. I don't think he might be today as well. Watch how he behaves. That guy's going to be a good sailor. And we're still looking for one of the boats going all the way out to the rocks here.
That is H2O.
That's still H2O going all the way out there. And gosh, she's way out there.
Yeah, I think that he probably would.
Okay. Termite's going as far as she can go. She's gone back on port tack. Barbarians across her. Lady Eunice still coming at us. They're really scattered.
I wonder if H2O really realized where the marker is. I believe that he is.
Well, he's coming up in here, so there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's hacking now, I think.
Yeah. Anyway. Yes.
Now he's attacking. Yeah. Yeah. And watch what's going to happen is coming across. I think that's why he went so far out there. Still trying to find Witty K in this. King and Knights coming back on port.
Okay, all right.
Witty K gets cut.
Don't worry about that. Devon will take care of that.
And that's Witty K by Gully, and can't see the other boats who just came across by Gully. The start was kind of confused, so they're going to settle down in a little bit. We'll be able to tell you who the lead boats are.
I think Witty K tapped.
Lady Eunice in pretty good position here.
Oh, very well. Okay.
Ball Red just headed over on port.
All right.
Termite on port.
Okay. Now I see it. Yeah. Yes. Well, they're shuffling the cards now, so they're going to.
Is that what's happening? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a good shuffle then.
Yeah. The Ace of Diamonds is going to come out shortly. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that don't mean nothing. They got 2 laps to go.
Did you see him point up though? He just realized that he was sailing way off the wind. And Lady Di still will cut him.
Yeah.
She's across.
Yeah.
And now he has to watch for, I think there's Ball Red coming across.
Yeah.
Just crossed in front of Termite.
Yeah, that's okay.
Billy Legal is on a good line out there.
Yeah.
And she's going to be crossed by Witty K.
Yeah, I see her. She's coming in. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
So Lady Di tack. And here is the mark all the way down here in front of Eva Key.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
The wind is holding pretty much steady, but it is fluctuating a little bit to southeast.
It's following that score line to our port side.
And you can see the fleet is pretty much separated now. There's a second group out to sea, and then all of these in here.
Right.
Ralph, you take a look at 03, Lady Eunice. Really good position, the red boat here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's coming up.
She's, just behind Barbarian.
Right.
Yeah. Notice it. Yeah.
All of those boats. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's Xena right behind Lady Eunice. Those two are going to get it.
It's the last boat now is going to cut him.
By Golly cuts it.
Yeah.
So he was back in the pack.
Oh, he got stuck real bad.
But he's going to come to a ley line. Watch him. He will come right across all of them and then point at the mark, because that's what he's trying to do now. Get to the mark.
He's not going to get excited or frustrated.
Ball Reg in good position.
All of the boats up here is in good positions. All of them.
Xena is beginning to move into that pack. I don't know if she can get by Lady Eunice. They're all on their port tack now, heading south. Breeze is good breeze, and I think everybody's got good sails on this morning. Seem to be maneuvering quite well. And it ain't right, just got cut by everybody. So up front we've got 03 seems to be in command right now. On top of 17, coming over the top of Buzzy. Xena trying to squeeze in between there. And on the lee of Xena.
Witty K tacked.
On the lee of Xena, I'm trying to see, is Barbarian. Interesting. So those are the 4 boats up at the top of the fleet right now. And way back here, Whitty K tacks onto on the port. Sweet Allen Gal and Whitty K together. The lead boat's dropping Barbarian just a little bit. Xena has gone through onto the lead right now, and she's tacked. Did she? No, she didn't. She just shook up a little bit, but she's going over the top of Lady Eunice. That's amazing. So right now we've got Xena, Balraj, and Lady Eunice, and Barbarian. Those are the 4 boats at the top of the fleet. Yeah, I'll see this. From the looks of it, Xena should be the first boat around. Balraj is tacked to the mark. Xena needs to tack, or Balraj will pass her. These are the lead boats, folks.
She's tacking now for the marker.
Xena tacked around the mark, and Balraj may not make the mark. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Okay, Xena's around.
Next boat coming up.
Balraj just got a really nice lift, and he's going to make that mark. Closely followed by 0-3, which is Lady Eunice. So we've tightened up, and Barbarian coming around in a close 4th behind Lady Eunice. It's good race for Barbarian.
Very good, very good, very good race.
So we're off the wind now with Xena leading Balraj on to the reach mark. Going to be followed by Lady Eunice closely, and then Barbarian, and then we have a gap. And we're looking to see who's going to fill that gap. Guess who's filling that gap right now? By golly, 125 coming across Lady Di. And Whitty K has moved on top of Sweet Allen Gal. And she's on the lee of Lady Di. 125 is By Golly. Yeah, By Golly. That's my boat, right? Oh, gosh. So Lady Di is tacking right behind By Golly, who's coming around now. That's Will Perotti, young Will Perotti. He's around. And clean around. Here comes Lady Diane behind him. And guess who's going to show up here? Whitty K. So that's the second lot around. And the 4th boat in that group is 51. So 51 or 57, guys. So we've got 8 boats around. Now we go back to the next lot. Jacob Vlada is back there. H2O is back there.
Isn't that a VDK tacked?
Why would VDK tack? She should be downwind by now. She's downwind.
Oh,
she's gone. Yeah.
Yes. My apologies. My apologies.
Yeah. So the lead is Xena by about 3 boat lengths over Balraj, followed by, coming out from behind there, followed by Lady Eunice and Barbarian. And heading for the reach mark. Yeah, she's opened up. She's opened up a little bit from Balraj.
It's a beautiful morning for sailing. Believe me, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice breeze.
So we're at the windward mark again, and we have H2O coming around the mark. Going to be followed by Jacob's Ladder. And the back of the fleet is all bunched up right now. We have Billy Legal in there, I'm sorry, we have legal weapon in there. 33. Termites in there. Ah, something's crazy going on here, fellas. We have termite sandwiched in between legal weapon. We have It Ain't Right coming across the top of them. Everybody's trying to stay clear. It's going to be very, very difficult in that pack there. Termite might be forced off the mark. She's waited. Okay, now she's going to come in behind. What a pack on that windward mark.
What happened?
So 0-3 sails down. Don't know that Termite's going to be able to get out of this either. Oh, we've got kind of a mess at the windward mark. The G-class boats are in there too. And everybody jammed up. Termite is still struggling to get around that mark. Trying to see who's there with her. King of Knights is in that pack. And I don't think Termite will make this mark, or will she? Yes, she does. King of Knight makes it. And unfortunately, legal weapon sails it down. Something's gone wrong there. So Termite is finally around. All the G-class boats are through.
3K is going around the marker, then with lowered marker now. Yeah.
So now we turn our attention to the reach mark. Widdy K going around, as you say. By Gully is around. Barbarian is around. Lady Eunice is around. And up front we've got Xena and Balraj. So the three lead boats now: Xena, Balraj, Lady Eunice. And hot on their tail is By Gully.
Wow. It's amazing.
Stefan Knowles charging between By Gully and Barbarian.
Yes, he has already passed. He already passed 3. Yes.
And Sweet Adam Gal just got passed by Stefan.
Long time.
Barely Legal coming around. She's going to come around to reach mark.
Yes.
Stefan is going to go over the top of 125. Flying. The boat is flying.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
He's passed her like she was anchored. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Xena's not sitting down, I'll tell you that. I mean, he's going to get by these guys easily, but Xena and Balraj are not going to be that easy. So let's look for that on the upwind leg. But he's gone way out to the port, around By Gully. Jacob's Ladder going around the reach mark now.
Yeah, all of them.
Uncle John bringing up the rear here, along with. Is that Lady? That cannot be Lady Di, is it?
Lady Di going wrong.
So who's the black boat here?
That is the John.
Now Uncle John's way up there, up right behind.
Yes. Yeah, that's Uncle John.
Yeah, there's a G-class sitting on top of two boats here. H2O is one of them. Is that H2O? It is Lady Di with the green deck. Yeah, what's she doing back there? And there's Irene Goodnight. Is that It Ain't Right? Right underneath the. Yeah, I guess it is. Woody K's way up.
Oh man, Woody K's way out.
It's hard to see who's in the lead right now, but we know that Woody K has gone by Gully. We can see her 125 out there, and looking through, we see Lady Eunice, which means that Woody K is closing in on Lady Eunice and on Xena. So let's look for the rounding at the Lee mark and see who's going to be there first. It should be Xena or Balreg.
Oh Lord.
Crossing in front of us here, we've got King of Knights. It ain't right.
Man.
Irene Goodnight.
The wind dropped out.
And I think Surprise would be the white boat there. Short course, folks. Short course. Here comes Termite. Bringing up the rear today. Got in that mix up at the Windward marker. And 33, Legal Weapon, back under sail. She had dropped her sail at the Windward mark as well. Got some puffs out there, guys. Look at that.
Yeah, this red boat behind is catching up all of them.
Well, she should. That's a Legal Weapon. She's a top boat, and she just got caught. Okay, folks, that tall sail you see there is Balreg. You can actually see her right through the field, but I don't see Xena. I know she's there. Stefan is just behind Lady Eunice, just in front of Lady Eunice now. Interesting to see how they'll go off in groups here. You've got 5 over here on the port side of the course, and then you've got everybody else over here on the starboard side. Barbarian way out to starboard. She's going to have to come back in to get to the mark.
They separate themselves so they wouldn't get caught in a dead draft.
Well, look out on the port side. You can see that everybody there is bunched again.
Right.
And a wide open spot in the middle.
Exactly.
The Termite is going right through.
Right into the center.
Okay, I guess we should be at the low mark right now. We should be looking for that turn. It's going to be a turn to port. And here it comes. Still only seeing Lady Eunice and By Golly. And I don't see. We're looking for Xena and Woody K. And now Xena, we see her going around. She's around the mark. Lady Eunice is, and guess who's going to go around behind her? Balreg is going to be second around. And Lady Eunice and By Golly will go next. And Stefan will pass By Golly probably on the turn. No, By Golly's getting in line here and may go around before Eunice. What's going on out there? Waiting for Lady Eunice to come around. Okay, here comes Eunice at 0-3. She's around. It's either going to be Stefan or By Golly coming around next. Barbarian is around. Woody K pass, as I said, would pass By Golly. Going through. Oh, yeah, she's stretched out. And here comes By Gully around. And coming on the lee of By Gully is It Ain't Right. Both turning at the same time. Meanwhile, Xena is attacking over onto starboard. Coming in from out to sea. She's going to tack across Balraj. So first and second there. Xena to Balraj. To Barbarian, folks. Barbarian in front of Lady Eunice. And then we have Witty K. It Ain't Right. By Gully. Those are the top 5 boats right now. Yeah, go ahead. Cliff is showing me some weather up here that's going to pop in. So we got that squall that we had yesterday out to the southeast building. And we know what that did yesterday. It knocked off the winds. So same thing today probably.
We might have some breeze coming out of that squall. So therefore I think it would be to advantage to these boats. That is, like the lead boat now would be to advantage.
Buzzy just tacked.
Oh yes.
And I think Xena had better pay attention to it.
Right, because the wind now I believe will change very shortly.
Yeah, Balraj attacked back, but look at Xena. She's still going on starboard.
Right.
She can't react because she has all these G-class boats right there, so she can't come back. She should as soon as possible. Let's see what happens, because Balraj really has is in good position to weather of her right now. Xena's over here coming on starboard. She's in the middle of the pack, right in the middle of the pack. But they've allowed Stefan to get out, and he's past Lady Eunice right now. Guys, keep an eye on Barbarian. They're sailing very well. They just tacked over onto starboard on top of. Now Lady Eunice is still going on port. So is Witty K. Just got crossed by Buzzy. I think she'll go right to the top of the fleet. I think she'll go all the way on top of Barbarian before she tacks, because he wants clear. Stefan will want clear water in front of him. So that's what he's doing. He's gone just behind. He's cut Barbarian. He's cut Barbarian. I didn't think he would do that, but he did. That's why he kept going. So Lady Eunice is chasing. By Gully is on Lady Eunice. Buzzy has gone back. 17 is coming over here on starboard. Where is Xena? Finally turned back. She's finally heading back towards the south. And let's see what happens. I think she's going to get cut by 17. That would be a big change, which means that Stefan is gone, because he's all the way over to he's going to go all the way to the rocks. Yeah, he's going to go to the rocks. Okay. So we've got Xena coming across head-to-head with 17, Balraj. And if she doesn't look out, Balraj is going to cross her, because Balraj has her on starboard. Balraj has already cut her, I think. I think you're right, Raph. Xena, that's a good tack. That is a good tack. She didn't take the cut. That's a good tack.
Right. She met him one-on-one.
Yeah. But, guys, where's Stefan?
He's
still going south.
Yeah.
Still going south. He's almost over to the rocks. This is the race right here. When Stefan tacks now, because you remember the last time, guys, there's a different wind up here by the rocks. Remember that?
Yes, oh yes.
Yeah, he points higher from out there, and I think he knows it.
Right, he's watching the score line.
Yep. Reg got him, right? Over the top. Yep. Buzzy knows how to do this, and he'll probably power right over the top of it. That's a great shot there. Yeah, he's probably. I wouldn't be surprised, Raph, if he doesn't go by the rock over all the way over to the second rock before he tacks.
Because he's going to catch the draft from this squall out here.
Even if he doesn't, he's going to be so far upwind from everybody when he tacks that the game is over. I can't believe these guys are doing this. Somebody let Steph go. Buzzy should have stayed with him. I would have. Still going south.
Oh, yes. He's going to go directly.
Did he tack?
Okay, he stops. But he has no competition over there now.
Okay, Stefan's pretty much on the mark. Don't you think? Okay. And I believe Zena tacked on his weather, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay, so now both of them just got cut by 44. Big time. Do you see that, Cliff?
Oh, I see.
They got cut big time, I think, by 7.
In.
Now he's a long way out. But again, it's going to depend on what happens with the winds coming in here.
Yes, well, as I said, he's watching the score.
Well, he's headed to the mark, though.
Oh, he is. He's good.
He's headed to the mark. He's going to point different from out there, and they're pointing.
You better believe it.
I think they've already cut him. Yep.
Not only that,
Yep.
these boats here now is going to get headwind, and he's going to have a favorite wind to go to the windward marker because the wind. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. And this boat down to us.
Oh man, we just had a knockdown. We just had a knockdown on Zena.
Yeah.
We just had a knockdown on Zena.
Yeah, a bad one.
And but she recovered quickly, and she's still on Baller Edge.
Yeah. But none of them is moving like the VDK. The VDK is.
Barbarian is in the middle of this, looking for.
VDK tack back.
He got knocked. He got knocked, and look why he tacked, guys. Look where he's heading, Raph. Look at he's pointing almost where he was pointing on the other side. He tacked in that shift.
And now these
guys got totally knocked.
Right.
Oh wow. What we're talking about here, folks, is the wind is shifting back and forth out here. You have two kinds of shifts. You have a temporary shift and you have a permanent shift. What we're seeing now is a number of temporary shifts back in the middle of the fleet, back to the north end of the fleet. Up to the south side of the course, the wind is totally different. And so Whitty K is out in that area by herself, some 25, 30 boat lengths, maybe more, maybe a quarter of a mile ahead. And she's sailing her own race up there. She'll tack next to go to the mark. But the danger here again, guys, is this wind is shifting back and forth so much. She could get caught out there.
She'd be stuck alone.
She'd be stuck alone, and these guys would benefit from that. She's tacked back. Now she's coming back at the mark again.
But she's not allowing herself to be the lone wolf out there because she's working herself ever so carefully back into the windward marker. So therefore, well, it would appear as though.
Okay, we've had a change in shifts here that's bringing Whitty K back to the fleet. Back to the fleet, and the fleet has now got a good solid wind that's giving them a lift to the mark. So it's a foot race now. It's a foot race as to who's going to get there first. And Whitty K may lose this foot race. That gap is closing very, very, very fast. They're coming together very, very quickly.
Well,
Whitty K coming in on starboard from the south, and Xena and the Baller Edge coming in on port from the north. She's powering over the top of Whitty K. She's separated herself there. Oh wow, fleet is all spread out across the harbor here from Indian Hole all the way to Eva Rock, Eva Key. Barbarian is doing quite well. Quite well. You're watching on your screens. You'll be looking left to right as we are. Yeah, so he would get there. He suffered in that shift.
Well, not only that, he is in a calm now. He's
I
really
think
moving.
he usually doesn't make mistakes, but maybe the first tack was a mistake.
But then again, you never know when, of course, he's underneath the cloud now. He's looking at those.
Well, they're all going to be the same thing, but right now the wind is steady at the windward mark. And so Zena and Belraj are under full sail. Stefan seems to be struggling. He's not reaching at all, hardly moving. Barbarian is in fourth. Yep.
Guy in front.
Fairly Legal looks like she's going to take over fifth spot. And Lady Eunice is being passed by Gully here on the lead. And both of them are crossing H2O.
Really can't look as though she's going to get in a third position at this stage.
Zena's around.
Both of the boats.
Buzzy's around.
Right.
By Gully, Whitty K is going to cross Barbarian. But isn't it amazing that Barbarian is up there with Whitty K?
Yes, surprisingly.
Delwood is sailing a great race.
They must take a photograph of this. And
Look at this.
Yes, the Whitty K and the Barbarian is fighting for the windward mark.
I think Whitty K's got him.
Yes, of course, but
Just
got
he
him.
should tack right behind him.
I don't think that he has the. Right now, he'll have to go up a little higher.
Yeah, he has to. Whitty K may have to tack to get
Whitty
to
K
that
can
mark.
attack.
Whitty K has to tack to get to the mark.
Yes, Whitty K attack. Got to attack.
Now he's in control. So Barbarian can't tack unless Barbarian tacks right now.
Barbarian tacked on him.
Tacked right on him.
Yes.
Yep. And she's going to beat him to it.
Whitty K.
Yeah, Barbarian's going to come around in third place. I hope you're listening, Nassau and Trayport.
Whitty K has missed days.
She missed day sails coming down. Barely Legal is closing in real fast.
Yes.
Barely Legal is closing in real fast. So is By Gully closing real fast. Whitty K's got to get going.
Yes, the Whitty K has to drop a sail.
Okay, she's dropping the sail all the way. Barbarian is around.
The Whitty
Barely
K,
Legal is going to go around his stern, make the tack, and go to the bar.
Yes. Whitty K is about 20 feet away from the windward marker.
And here goes Beer Legal. Barely Legal is around. Whitty K is right at the mark.
That happens.
I think maybe something's more than we think, guys.
So close and yet so far. Sorry? See that? He's drifting around.
Where's Zena?
She's down in here. See it, that's the VDK up there stuck again.
Guys, look at this. Balraj is past Zena. Have you noticed that? Rafi, did you see that? Balraj overtook Zena, and I didn't see that happening. But what are they doing? What are they doing? So was that the end of the race? Here? Oh gosh, look at this. They set up the...
I thought it was going to make 2 laps.
No, it's 1 lap. They set up the finish line right here, and we missed it.
How gracious sakes alive.
Sorry, guys. I thought Balraj had passed it because I'm looking at the mark here, but while we were watching the action on the windward mark, they dropped the finish line
right
directly in front of us.
We didn't know that.
We didn't see that. But we didn't see a mark in the water.
And now the wind has dropped out. The VDK now is drifting down. She finally got around the windward mark, and she's drifting down now.
Well, she's coming to the lee. Hey. She's coming to the mark. VDK is. Daily Legal's going to beat her there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daily Legal is in front of VDK. Yep. She's through the line. So she's going to be 4th. And Barbarian got 3rd. VDK is going to get 5th. And who's going to get 6th? I don't see 125. 125 should be in front of. They're gone already.
Yeah.
So I missed that as well.
We missed the whole show.
There's so much mix up this. There's so much mix up this morning. What's that? Well, that's what he's going to do. That's what they told us. Yeah, they were going to have a protest committee, but they're going right back out.
Yes. Well,
that doesn't mean that they're not having the meeting, Raf. They may have the meeting, and this is a situation from yesterday that was protested that they need to react to. So while the boats are going to the line, they can have that meeting, and then go, and they don't lose any time at all. How did By Golly get so far behind?
My friend, that is sailing. You got one.
Oh,
right.
she's not that far behind. She's right behind VDK, but I thought she was in front of VDK.
Well, they're only going out to the marker now. That doesn't mean nothing.
It's a very narrow finish too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, VDK got 5th or 6th, and By Golly was right behind her, I guess. Oh wow, we've lost the sun, so we got a little shade on the water. Yeah, I thought she'd finish in front of VDK, but apparently she didn't. So the fleet's scattered all over the place. And we have some boats going back out to the line. They're going to set up now for the next race. This will be the second C class race. This will be the 03, that's Lady Eunice. So I just want to point out to our sailing crew up in Nassau and Georgetown that 3rd place in this race went to Barbarian. Finally getting some recognition and some respect there.
Yes.
Delwood, congratulations. To me, that's a big story right here. Lady Eunice held for a while there. Don't know what happened. Looked pretty good. A lot of the boats looked. We had a terrible start, terrible mix-up in the start, and so a lot of boats got fouled. But we do not count fouls at the start line. So that you've got to get off that line. And those that got off ahead. Zena got off I'm surprised Zena got off along with Balreg, and you see the results. You can't let boats like that get away from you, and they did. Good race. Confusing.
Zena won the Salisbury Cup.
Yep.
But now the wind has dropped off again. The rain now looks as though it's ceased for a short time. Right, to the left of us is look like a good squall of rain. Right, but presently it's just about calm. I think this only will be for a short period of time before.
Well, don't predict that one, because the pundits are saying that it's going to continue to drop. So we have to watch. You have to watch that.
Yes, of course.
It's really now everywhere. If you look at the boats in the harbor here, there's
It's
about
all
6
over.
different tails here.
Yes. Yes.
Tailing everywhere. And this happens around this time of year, folks, all the time. You get what we call light and variable, and it means it's blowing one way this minute, and the next the other. And scattered showers today as well. So we have a work cut out for us today in determining what's going to happen on the course and where it's going to go. We're going to have a problem with the start line on this one. The boats are back out there, but I'm sure they can't use the same start line again because the wind has totally shifted. It's going south and more south, it seems. You think it'll probably drop after the squall? It'll kill it. We say when you get a squall like that, it kills the wind.
Yes.
Sucks everything out of it.
But thank the Lord we don't have no thunderstorms yet.
Knock, knock. I just knocked
Yeah.
twice. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just finished the first series race and the Sands Bear Cup. This was a race that we needed to complete yesterday. We didn't, so we just got it in. And now they go back out to the line and set up for the next second series race. And that's going to be the Fox Auto, Hillside Food Supply, and also the Jeffrey Jones Memorial Cup. That will be the next race we'll be calling for you. That'll be, again, both the C and the G. Now, we were paying so much attention to the C class, gentlemen, we missed the G altogether. They're so small, they're in between there, and they're finishing now. That's King of Knights. Yeah. He's putting it back up now. I think they were making some changes. No, that's Irene Goodnight, I think. The blue one? The dark blue hull?
Yeah.
That's Irene Goodnight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Behind her is I think, is that Lady Di? I think it's Lady Di behind her. And 57 is Sweet Allen Gal way at the back. And behind her is 41, and that's, is that Jacob's Ladder? 41 Jacob's Ladder. And we've still got some boats on the course. Yeah. Stefano won't quit. He'll finish that. This is the boat that's surprising me, Raph. 33. Legal Weapon. I can't see her in this position.
Probably she got caught in a calm, like stepping up to the marker, got right to the marker, could almost touch the marker.
No, well, we never saw her at the front of the
No.
pack.
But somedays in the park, she got caught in a calm someplace.
Or she got shifted. 17. 117. That's Uncle John. That should be a black hull.
Yeah. Same. Uncle John is coming down now. He's coming down wing and wing, eh? Ladies and gentlemen.
No, he's not wing and wing. He's only got one sail. That's
sorry.
a G. That's a G on the side of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the G sail.
It does look like a jib, though.
Does it? Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
The G class is small boats with a dark-round sails. They're
The lasers.
the lasers and sunfish, etc., etc. They're not the wooden hull. They're fiberglass hulls with fiberglass masses, fiberglass booms, completely a different rig, completely all together, sailfish, sunfish, laces, etc., etc. All of those classes, all of those boats falls under the G class. The wooden hulls that you see out there with the wooden masses are the E class or the C class. So I want you to try to identify the boats by their sails.
So we've got a full day of racing, folks. It's going to be anybody's guess as to how we make out, and I guess the earlier we get these races in, the better it's going to be. Right now the wind has gone southeast, and it seems to have freshened a bit. It's probably coming out of that squall line.
Look at the boat now that's coming down in now.
She's on a bed.
She's on a bed,
Yeah.
and the wind now apparently is coming from the south.
Yeah.
Because see her bomb?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that means out on the line, we're going to start to have a little fun. So the boats have all gone back out, anchored up on this same line, and nobody's tailed yet. As soon as they tail, we'll be able to see
Which
whether or
direction?
not we're going to have that problem.
Right.
Just from the looks of it, we may have to have a different windward marker this time.
Completely different. I don't know.
33 is legal weapon. Well, they had problems, Ralph, all through. So it wouldn't surprise me. We have to keep an eye on this finish line because it moves.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Between the committee boat and the tower.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I've got the committee boat, but you're saying a tower? Oh, this. That's the finish line there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And how we missed that finish is.
Well, it went while we were looking at. We had the bungle up here on the window mark. This is when you have a short run like this, you get these pileups, you know.
Exactly.
This is, mind you, the windward mark was not a short run.
No.
Okay, but you had a lot of shifting back and forth. It was just why we had that pile up there. But this is a short run. I thought it would a little further down might have helped. You didn't have any problem on it, mind you.
No. There was no problems. No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to come back once the line is set. We're waiting for, there's a protest meeting going on. Let's talk about a protest meeting. There are a number of things that can happen out on the course. Two boats collide with one another. Somebody doesn't give way on starboard. Whatever the reason, you have an hour after the finish of the race to put in a written protest. Apparently one was put in yesterday. Late, and we didn't get to deal with it. So now, because we were trying to get those races in, so now comes the protest meeting this morning to deal with that. We don't know what that is. No one's informed us of that. So when they're through, we'll probably find out what that was.